Hello and welcome or welcome back. I'm Jennifer from Joy of Stationery, and I actually first just wanted to say thank you so much for being here. I only just started this channel this summer, earlier this year. It was a way for me to just be able to share what I love about stationery, because there's so much that I do love about stationery, and I have appreciated so much the support that so many of you have shown, the comments that you leave. I read every single one of them. Because I have been dealing with a long-term chronic illness, it sometimes takes me a while to finally be able to kind of respond in a way that I would like to the comments, and so that takes me a while sometimes. But I have appreciated so much all the really wonderful and sweet comments, and again, just the support and camaraderie that I have found from, just sharing the things that I love and hearing about the things that you love as well in the planner and stationery community. So thank you again so much, and I am looking forward so much to being able to kind of continue making some videos and sharing the things that I love with you all in the new year. So what I have for you today, I was thinking that it would just be kind of a cozy December stationery chat and update. I have been pretty sick for a while now, and so there are times when I've had to take a little bit of a break, and I'm sort of learning how to pace things out a little bit better. But I thought that I would go over a little bit of what my December lineup has been, because it is unforming what my 2024 lineup will likely be. And so I wanted to speak a little bit about that. I wanted to share some of my Hobonichi 2024 picks, because I'd not yet done kind of a full video on that. So this will just be a little bit of that, as well as talk a little bit just about the things that are on my mind when it comes to kind of thinking about my planners and my stationery as we approach the end of the year. So the first thing I think that I wanted to start with is what I decided on for my word for the month. So my word for December. And what I decided on was the word simplify. The word of the month, I mentioned this briefly, I think, in my previous video, but I wanted to speak a little bit more to it in this video. I had been trying this out since September of this year, just kind of coming up with a word or a theme of the month that would be a kind of guiding light in a way for the month as I went through it and as I was sort of using my planners, and just as a way to sort of ground where I was with everything and what I wanted to focus on for my life. So for September, which was the first month that I started trying this out, my word of the month was recover. For October, my word of the month was persevere. For November, my word of the month was build. And this takes us to my current word of the month for December, which is simplify. And you might be able to see a little bit of that even just in what I have on the desk at the moment. I felt a real pull as we reach the end of the year in December to think about sort of simplifying things and trying to get to a place of a little bit more peace, a little bit more mindfulness, and a little bit more groundedness, especially as in the Northern Hemisphere, we are well into the cold winter months that are darker and colder weather and temperatures with it, and wanting to again kind of simplify and cosify, make cozy my setups in a way that will bring me peace as we come to the end of the year. To that end, I have very much been indulging in warm, hot beverages, a good mug of tea or hot chocolate, for example. And as you can see here, I've got another little candle going. This is actually a very recent acquisition from a local candle maker here, and she is an incredible artisan who did her degree in archaeology and was really interested in going to different archaeological sites and how to bring the kinds of unique scents and ingredients from a particular region into a form that somebody can experience in their household. And I thought that was just such a really cool idea. I will link them down below as well. But here is one such candle. The scent is crushed amber and bergamot. Some of the ingredients and scents are also kind of taken from or meant to evoke a particular region in Scotland. So I just thought that was really cool, and also a lovely way to stay cozy in December. So you can see here what simplifying has looked like in terms of my current planner and techo lineup. And you can see that I have these 3 items that I have primarily been working in. So I'll just go from left to right. What I also have tucked under this one is my current field notes, so I'll speak to that as well. But what I basically have here are 2 traveler's notebooks, 2 traveler's notebook styles, I guess. This is an actual Traveler's Company traveler's notebook, and this one is a custom-made traveler's notebook in the passport size by Put and Paper, and I will link her below. So she makes these beautiful hand-embroidered traveler's notebooks, and so she has these out for winter. I got one with this beautiful evergreen tree on it, and I believe she also makes one with a beautiful snowflake design on front as well. So it seems like this is sort of a canvas material that she is able to embroider on, and you can see there are also these little cute little balls that could be ornaments, could be little bits of snow, or could even be little twinkling lights. And I have been using this particular passport size as a way to kind of keep track of the festive season for this year and some of the ways that my partner and I have been trying to celebrate and kind of make some memories. Just to show you what I have in here, I decided more recently to kind of put this Travel for Life wallet. It's a collaboration between Baumkuchen and the Superior Labor, and this is actually in the grapevine colorway. It has kind of an olive green canvas and red or maroon paint here, but I felt like that was in fitting with sort of the festive season, and particularly with Christmas colors, and it's lined with this brown leather here. And if you open it, I have some cards from some recent kind of Christmas market vendors that I picked up that I want to incorporate in this. And this is actually a passport traveler's notebook sized insert with some beautiful natural paper. And this came with this traveler's notebook when I ordered it. And I decided to use this as a way to commemorate the festive season this year. I have some stickers from the PET tape that was a collaboration between miso paper and nettle and twig. Let me just bring it out to show you. So here is the PET tape right there. And as you'll be able to see, I decided to use it to commemorate the festive season for 2023. So, what that means, just to show you one example, I mean, even though Cafe Nero is almost like a Starbucks equivalent in the UK, it was still a nice way to kind of kick off the festive season with some of their kind of festive drinks, for example. And so this was the first page, and I will go on to, make some other spreads here. So I have some that I'm that I'm starting to kind of put together. And I'm hoping that this will be a really cute and sweet record of the holidays for this year, particularly in the first year of living in our new city. So it's been a really kind of sweet and cozy thing to bring with me on the go and collect little business cards or receipts and hopefully more ephemera for some of the things that we end up doing for the holidays. Underneath that, you can see that this is the most recent field notes that I started using for December. And this is actually from their newest subscription, the field note subscription. This is Heartland in the United States, and it is a really kind of lovely sort of image. We got the stars in the sky, and the other two, or all three of these, actually depict different times of day. So this one's the one that's a little bit more dusk, turning into night, and the other two, I believe, are kind of midday and dawn. But if you open them all up and put them all together, they actually form a panoramic view. So that's such a neat and creative idea. But this one was really calling out to me for December, and I think it was something about, you know, the beginnings of the night sky and seeing the stars in the air. And there's something about, I think, you know, kind of the dark blues and browns and cream that, for whatever reason, evoke the idea of winter nights to me. And I think that's why I've been gravitating towards these colors for this season. At least for this particular year, and sometimes it differs, but I think I've really been kind of feeling this idea of these, you know, crisp winter nights as informing my colorway here and some of the aesthetics of the planners that I've been choosing for this month. In the middle here is one that I don't believe that I've talked about on YouTube. I did post this on my Instagram, but this is the absolutely beautiful one-piece collaboration with Hobonichi, and this is the 1000 Seni cover in the natural leather, and this is in the A6 size. And so I just kind of wanted to show you a little bit of that here. I did already start using it, so it is, not sure if you'll necessarily be able to see it on camera, but it is developing just the littlest bit of patina already. For example, I'm not sure if you can see the color difference already here, but this is much, I say much, but it's just noticeably paler when you see it in person. So it does make me happy to know that this is already beginning to kind of develop a patina with use. And this was actually one that I wasn't planning to get because of the price point, honestly. But my partner decided to gift this to me, and this is because we had just started watching One Piece together for the first time. He was the one who introduced One Piece to me, and so I started reading the manga and saw some of the anime episodes and of course the live action this year, and have really been enjoying it, and it was just a lovely thing for us to do together. And so I was so grateful that he gifted me this, especially because I thought that this was so beautiful. Just to kind of show you the inside of it here, it's got some really lovely, is it debossing or is it embossing? What really struck me about the description of this cover from Hobonichi, you can also kind of see that there's this lovely quote here, printed in a gold foil, sailing through the dangers of the 1000 seas, shining happily like the sun. And I really loved that. But as I was saying, what really struck me about the description that Hobonichi provided for this was just how much thought went into the design of it. I loved their rationale for using a natural or a nude leather for the cover, and it was so that as you use this over time, the cover itself basically tells the story of its use. So the patina that it develops as you use it throughout the year and across years, you know, it will continue to develop these embossed images or debossed images will darken a little bit with more use. And I love that idea about an artifact designed with so much care that is meant to show how it's been aging and the story of its life in a way. So as it's being used, as it's being cherished, the more that you use it, the more it shows the story of how much you've loved touching it and holding it and making it a part of your life as well. And so I just really, really loved that idea. It's got a bit of the map, as you can see, on the interior here. And what I have in this is my current Hobonichi A6 avec for July through December of this year, and I will be replacing this with a new Hobonichi A6 avec for 2024. But as I'm finishing this off, I wanted to put this in here, and this is an absolutely adorable, adorable little monthly planner that I got from my dear, dear friend. And it's this, I don't know, is Mofu-san, is that the name of the cat with the shark character? I've seen this character, and this is just so adorable. So I will be using this, even though this is not a Techo Kaigi video yet, but I was just so excited about this because I will be using this as a little planner and record for my lovely kitty. And it's super adorable. Like, look at all these cute little cats. Oh my goodness. It's just, it's so cute. I have to show this closer up. Oh, little kitties in their blankets. And I love that both of those fit so perfectly in here, having the avec on one side and then this one, which is quite slim, on the other side. And what I've loved about this as well, as I love about certain other Hobonichi covers, is that it does actually come with an exterior back pocket. So that's where I can still slip in the field notes. And there we are. So this has been really beautiful, and I love the kind of pale creaminess of the natural leather that Hobonichi has used for this. And then finally here we have my tried and true standard traveler's notebook in the blue leather, and this is the one that I have customized, or rather this was a gift from my partner, and so he had it customized from Baumkuchen with the beautiful ginkgo leaf patch, which I believe on the Baumkuchen website is actually referred to as the Koyo leaf patch, and a little bit of embossing here. I've personalized the elastic here with this cute little charm that I think I actually got, on a cute little paper clip a year or two ago. But I loved the charm so much that I decided to use the charm during the winter on my traveler's notebook, and I think that it looks so perfect. It just fits so well with it. And I have been using this as the cover for my Hobonichi Weeks, the Everyday Carry one, and this is the one in the Tiny Dragons design, bow and tie design. And this that I have inside here is actually an all canvas wallet from Baumkuchen from a while ago as well, and I'm glad that I kept it and held on to it because it turned out to fit really well with the Tiny Dragons design in terms of the colorway, so I was like, oh, that's perfect. And I think in my last video is where I did a little video of, my kind of introductory setup of this as I start using it in December and into 2024. I'll show you one more thing that I have in here that is a little bit of a new addition, new and old. And it's this beautiful field notes that has used a kind of some kind of generative algorithm to create these snowflake designs, and apparently for each one of these series, every single snowflake design is different, because that's, you know, what they wanted to do. So I thought that was such a cool and creative idea, and I loved how kind of simple the design was, and kind of, again, in fitting with kind of the vibe that I was feeling for the winter. And I am actually using this one for a sort of purpose that I have tried out before, and I wanted to be a little bit more intentional about it this time around. So these are my stellation journals, and I'll speak a little bit more to that in my Techo Kaigi video, but I just kind of wanted to show you a little bit of that. But it's a way to create a space for my creative ideas and to kind of provide that lovely sort of capacious and generative brainstorming space that really nourishes my creativity. And so that's what this is for. But, you know, once again, I'll speak a little bit more to that. And so I just wanted to show this as something that I've been feeling a need for, and something that I have been embracing in the month of December. So on the one hand, it has been a month to simplify, and then also by simplifying to kind of focus in on the things that I need and the things that nourish me. So I've actually been keeping that right in there, just so I have it with me when I carry around this setup. Just because, as many of you may well know, you never know when inspiration will strike, and so to have it on the ready as such. As I've been dwelling on my word of the month, which is simplify, it's also encouraged me to begin thinking about my word for the year. I don't know quite yet what my word for 2024 will be, but I was also really excited that Susanna Conway, who does a free workbook for your word of the year, actually just came out with it. So I will link to where you can sign up for it too, if you'd be interested. I've loved her workbook for finding your word of the year, and also for unraveling your year, the year that you've had, and looking ahead to the year coming up through a series of really helpful reflections. And so, you know, these are questions to help you reflect on the year that include questions about, you know, how you think that you evolved over the past year. Fun prompts like, describe 2023 in 3 words, and that was certainly hard, but it's always, I don't know, I always find it really fun to do those kinds of prompts, as well as, you know, if the events of 2023 were made into a film or a book, what would the title be? So it's just, I think, such a wonderful way to engage your creativity as you reflect on the year prior, and a way to kind of reminisce about how the year has been for you. Those are only, you know, just a few of the prompts that she gives in the whole notebook, and it's all provided actually for free. And so I've really appreciated that from her. So I'm excited to start digging into that, especially as we reach the end of the year. I am hoping to come out with my final Techo Kaigi video as we wrap up 2023 and move into 2024. So I will hopefully have that available to share with you in the coming weeks. I hope you all are staying super cozy in December and taking some time to find the things that give you rest and that also nourish you. And I will see you in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.